going on, everybody? Edward Fuller here. We're going to dive into some market updates and some news. My goal of this is to keep you guys well informed so you know exactly what's going on in your local market. And there's no guesswork when you do decide to buy. If you get some value for this, by all means, hit me a follow, shoot me a DM. Would love to be able to chat with you, maybe get you some stats that I didn't talk about. So let's jump into like the biggest topic here. Everybody is always, wanting to know, okay, how many homes are available? What's exactly going on right there? So looking at some of the stats, excuse me, active listings are down 8.5%, and the sold listings are actually up. So we're not seeing as many active, or new homes coming available, but we're still seeing a decent demand for the time we're having right now, even with these high interest rates. Currently, as the whole state of Utah sits, we're roughly about like 9,000-ish homes. I know that is down from prior months to roughly about 9,500-ish. If we break it down a little farther, I think this is actually where a lot of people kind of get caught up. They don't look at the numbers in the granular level and they think, oh, we have a whole bunch of homes available. But if you start looking at individual spots as far as like price points, this is when you really start to see the disparity of there's not exactly as much as we really thought. So active listings just for Salt Lake County. Currently we're at 2512. A month prior was 2742. So we're continuing to go down. And as we see right here for Salt Lake, sold listings are up about, 953. So and the previous month was 888. So that's a decent jump. A big thing also with this, because of that demand is still relatively strong for the low inventory that we have. We're seeing the median price point flat. Like it hasn't gone down. It's still stable from month prior. It's at 245 is the average price per square foot. And it's at 245 this month. Go figure. Let's see, months of supply. So this kind of dictates, whether you're going to have a buyer's market or a seller's market. I believe it's like anything above a 6-month supply is more considered a buyer's market. Anything really below that is more seller heavy. Right now we're at 2.5 months, which is actually down about 14%. So it's only 2.5 months of supply. So if nobody put any more houses on the interwebs, they would only last 2 months. That's it. That's all we have, or 2.5 months. It was 3 months a little bit ago. And this is one is actually really surprising to me right here. Days on market. I was kind of expecting this to balloon quite a bit, but it's actually gone down. Surprising. Let's see. Moving on to more into the supply and demand point of this. Now, this is where I talked about like a lot of the information gets kind of missed. At a 30,000 foot view, there is plenty available. There's homes galore-ish. Especially if you look like a couple years ago, like we had like 1,000 homes, available like in the, November timeframe a couple years ago. But right now, so if we break this down by 300,000 to 500,000, 500,000 to, what was the number here? 700,000. This is where you start to see that there's not a lot available. And it's going to continue that way. So most people are shopping in this 500,000 to 300,000 range. I'd say 80% of Americans are shopping in this right here. Like that's it. And currently, so if you look back from the season supply, we're at 86% of our normal supply. So we're down considerably. We're a lot better than probably previous years. But still at 300,000 to 500,000, we've only got 2.5 months, little under 2.5 months. And obviously that's going to go up as you get into the higher price points, like the 5 to 700,000 range. You have 3 months, 700 to 1 million, 4, and it kind of just continues to go up as a whole altogether. That's 2.9, that's 3, and that's still well below that metric of what I previously talked about, the 6-month supply. I don't know if that's 100% correct. I might correct that in the description if I'm off, but that's what I remember. All inventory, 10-year average, it's definitely down, considerably. I think I talked about this already. Days on market. It's actually down 20% 1 month prior. It's up 6% from a year prior. So 12 months from now, or 12 months prior to this, we're up 6%. Go figure. Another one, kind of people are asking, well, I see a bunch of prices going down. I think you are seeing a decent amount of homes, get price reductions. But realistically, I think a lot of that is your agents that are trying to do the best for their client and get the most bang for the buck. Maybe pricing them more on the aggressive side, trying to get as much money out of them as possible. And right now, the market just doesn't support that. And it's kind of evidence right here. But still, this is actually, I thought this was going to be a little bit lower when I looked this up. So 96% of homes that hit the market currently right now sell at their asking price. I actually was thinking that it was more like in the 80s. Maybe this will actually, trend in that direction as, winter progresses, but to be determined. Surprisingly, 96% of homes, are selling for their asking price. So price drops, crash. It's kind of hard to say that that's actually what's going on or if that'll ever happen. And then we're going to move on. We're going to just kind of roll right through this because I don't want to continue to just blab away. I want to give you some updates so you can get on your day and not bore you to death. Okay. So this one right here, looking at some of these stats. So this is our new listings versus this year and last year. So new listings, if you were to look at October of last year, so 2022, we had 4,133. Now, remind you, this is only for Salt Lake. This isn't for the, or no, this is for all of Utah, excuse me. Nope. I was correct the first time. This is just for Salt Lake. And then 2023, we're down a little bit. So 4,036. I believe I have to double check on this one because I don't know if that's 100% correct. But anyways, that's down 1.9%. Total sales closed. I didn't expect this to be that high, but it's 2,822 up 3.4%. Yeah, so still a decent amount of demand. Surprisingly, it's up. I kind of expected it to be down because we've had those higher interest rates for so long. I didn't really anticipate, seeing much of a difference. And then, year to date. So total sales right now, if you look at year to date, so November, we're at 30,000 total sales. And last year, this time we were at 36,000. So we're down 15%. Here's a really good one for you guys. So median sales price. So this is where I believe a lot of your opportunity is right now. If you look at last year, we were at 514,000 was the average median. This is for Salt Lake. Let's see, zip codes, counties, counties all. 514 was the average for the state. Currently, right now, that is 486,000. So that's a 5% reduction from last year. But if you go back month to month, we're only down, or last October to this October, we're only down less than 1% actually. But still, this is where I say this is the time, because of those high interest rates that we currently are having, that if it makes sense for you, this is why, because that purchase price is something that you can't really fix after it's already said and done, clearly. But the interest rate is something you can fix. Yeah, I get it's high and all that. But there is ways to kind of go at that. I'll put a link to, what was it? It's a rate buy down calculator. So you got the 3-2-1 buy down and the 2-1 buy down. I talk about that in a previous video that I posted. And you can go in and start putting in your numbers of like, okay, I'm at 500,000, so on and so forth. What is it going to cost me to buy it down? What can I get it down to? So it's a really useful calculator. Like I said, I'll put that in the description for you. Okay, that is really about it. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death. If you got some value out of this, I would love to connect with you. Definitely give me a follow. I'll be doing these once a month along with some other content weekly. So yeah, that's it. Love you all. God bless. Have a great day.